Hi, it's Christy, and happy Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve, and I have had a wonderful week. It has been a relaxing week. I was off work the whole week. I'm off all next week, and I have fallen immediately back into my old sleep patterns, which is stay up super late and wake up super late. So that's going to be a problem after next week when I have to go back to work and I have to start at 8:30 in the morning. So I am going to need to try to gradually get myself back to the correct sleeping pattern across the next week. But it's amazing how quickly I fall into that. I'm just naturally a night person. But yeah, I woke up at noon today, so which was lovely. But yeah, I mean, I've had a very relaxing week. Yesterday, I went out for lunch with mom, which was really nice, and we came back here to my place and we watched the Muppet Christmas Carol, which is now I had actually never seen it before this year, and it's actually now a favorite Christmas movie. I will absolutely watch it every year. Really enjoyed it. I've already watched The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the original cartoon. It has to be the original cartoon. The other versions are fine, but no, original cartoon. So I've already watched that. I watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, which is another Muppet thing. It's not a Kermit Muppet one, but it's a Muppet one. I have not yet watched a Charlie Brown Christmas, but I plan to. And I'm going to watch A Year Without a Santa Claus, and I'm going to watch Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey, which is not as popular as some of those other ones, but oh, it's so good. Yeah, lots of Christmas stuff to be watched. And of course, Christmas carols to be sung and listened to. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It really is. It's just so nice. I have so many desserts in this house. It's rather ridiculous. I have cupcakes left over from last week's Christmas Eve that I talked about. We celebrated early. I still have cupcakes from that. I have shortbread cookies. I have gingerbread shortbread cookies. I have apple pie. I have some cookies that I took from a small group get together we had last week. I have chocolate. I might gain weight. I might gain weight over this holiday. Just might happen. I don't usually. I just realized I'm not wearing my trademark flower. Oops. Anyway, yeah, I have trouble gaining weight. I'm one of those people. But I do enjoy my sweets. And I have not been exercising like I normally do every day. I skipped it for almost the whole week. I exercised last night. I was like, you know what? You need to do better and you need to actually exercise. So I did last night. My plan is to do it tonight. Most likely, I will not exercise on Christmas because it's Christmas and the family will be hanging out all day and I'll get home late and it's probably not going to happen tomorrow on Christmas. But my plan is to get back into exercising every day except Christmas. So we'll see. That's the plan. That's the plan. Other than that, I think my plans for next week are mostly around like planning for the new year. I want to do some planning for this channel. What do I want to do in the new year with this channel? What kind of content and what kind of schedule do I want to have for that? I'll also be doing some content creation for my church, and so I need to figure out kind of a schedule for that. Like when's the best time for me to kind of do that kind of thing. And I've done some thinking about my theme for next year. This year, my theme, even though I hadn't really thought of it as a theme for the year, it really was yeah, I've talked about it before, renewing your mind. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I've mentioned that a few times from the Bible. And I think it is a good idea to have either like a word or a phrase or something, some theme in mind for the year. So this year it was renewing the mind, being transformed by the renewal of your mind. Next year, my theme is going to be abide, I think. The idea of abiding in Christ, abiding in God, and just basically that means like being connected at all times to God. So I'll talk about that more I think next week, because next week's vlog will be kind of a year in review and a look ahead to 2023. So I'll tell you a bit more about that theme, but that's involved in some of the planning and things that I want to do in the coming week. Aside from that, I did some cooking. My sister's doing most of the cooking for tomorrow for Christmas because we're having it at her house, but I did cook the vegetables for our Christmas meal. I did that the other day and I froze them, and I just took the dish out of the freezer a little while ago so that it can defrost before tomorrow, before dinner. I also cooked some meals for myself. I made more japchae, which is a Korean dish. It's sweet potato noodles with vegetables and things. It's delicious. I just had that for brunch. I didn't actually have breakfast today because, woke up at noon. Uh, so I just broke my fast with the japchae, and it was delicious. Um, did I cook anything else? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I did that cooking. And another thing that happened this week, I hurt myself. I'm doing much better right now. I was wearing a wrist brace. I am not anymore, so yay for that. But I hurt my arm, like a tendon in my arm. I actually like heard a pop. It was kind of scary. Like I was actually, I'm going to show you a dramatic reenactment of what happened. I remember it so clearly. Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. Like as you get older, you hurt yourself in the dumbest ways. And then people, how did you hurt yourself? I was putting on my shoe. I don't know what to tell you. I was putting on my shoe and I pulled to get the shoe on and I felt and heard a pop somewhere in there. It was very painful and I was like, oh, and I'm holding my arm. And then it kind of went up the fingers a little bit. So that's why I'm pretty, it's a tendon because I could kind of feel it up. My fingers got a little tingly. And I was able to move them, like it's fine. It didn't. When I say I heard a pop, it didn't like snap, But I don't know what I heard a pop. But anyway, so I did have to wear the brace for a couple of days because it was quite painful. I couldn't really, move like back like that at all. I could do front slowly. I couldn't, which I can now. But back though, any pressure like that, no pulling motions. Couldn't do that. And then not being able to go back like that was frustrating because, imagine you're washing your hands. Like, what are you doing? You're pushing, right? So I would have to wash my hands like this, like very carefully. So I'm very glad that's over. It's still like there. Like if I try to put my shoe on in the same way and pull it on the way I did, it twinges. So yeah, that's a problem. Apparently now that I'm older, I need to invest in a shoehorn to avoid injury. So, yay for that. I will be investing in a shoehorn sometime this week, going out to the dollar store, getting a shoehorn. What can I say? You hit middle age, and apparently putting on your shoes becomes a problem. Oh well. Anyway, I'm glad it's much better now. Like I said, it doesn't hurt. It only hurts if I do that pulling motion, which I'm not doing. But if I were to pull, that seems to be what is the problem, because that's what I was doing with the shoe. It was like pulling on the heel of the shoe to get it, around on my foot. So anyway, fun times. Here we go. Another question of the week. I'm going to pick it out as usual from my chat pack, which I love this thing. It has many, many, many questions. So let's see what we get this week. What is one trip you have never taken but would really like to take someday? Good question. Japan. I really, really want to go to Japan. I'm learning Japanese, and it would be really fun to practice, although I do get performance anxiety. If I'm around people who actually speak Japanese, I blank every time. But it would be fun. And I love Japanese food, and they have it just seems like their culture there can be, it's just so interesting. I just really would love to see it, and especially they have like some fandom cultures and things there that are very interesting, like people dressing up, and I don't know, it just seems, obviously that's not all of the culture, but that's part of it. It seems very interesting. They have like cat cafes and I don't know, fun stuff like that. But I think probably a lot of what I want to see is like the language and the food. But I would love to go there to Japan one day. I have some friends who are of Japanese descent who have said that I could go with them sometime when they go to visit family. So that's exciting. I hope that that comes through one day because I would love to be able to see Japan with people who, who know Japan, who are descended from that and who have family there. Because you can imagine what you see as a tourist and what you see as a native or someone with family there would be probably very different. So I would love to go there. What is up with my hair? Okay. I would love to to go there with them. So hopefully that actually happens one day. But that's the answer. Japan. Rest of today, I'm going to read, maybe play some Sims, relax. I have no plans for the rest of today. Looking forward to the gift exchange, both giving and receiving. The receiving part's actually funny because one of my presents was spoiled for me. I don't remember if I told you this already, but one of my friends sent me some presents. And she got stuff on Amazon, and I asked her, well, is it wrapped? Can I open the box when it arrives? She said, yeah, it's wrapped. So I get a box from Amazon. You might imagine it's Christmas time, plus I buy from Amazon all the time. I'm constantly getting Amazon boxes, so I have to open them, right? So this box comes. I don't know if it's something I ordered or if it's from someone else. I open it. Very top of the box, I see something that was on my wish list. Close the box immediately. Because there were other things in the box. This friend always sends multiple things. She's super generous. Love you for that, by the way. I know you're watching this. But yeah, so I did get spoiled for one of my presents. I already told her, so it's fine. But what's hilarious is it's now under the tree. It's a toaster, by the way. It's really cool. It's a vintage toaster, and it's like teal. And it's the old kind that actually pops toast up, and it's teal, and it's retro, and I love it. I love it. Not vintage retro. That's what I meant to say. That's what I was spoiled for. And so I've been spoiled for it for like a while, a couple of weeks at this point, and I really want to use it. I was like, no, you are going to be good, and you're going to wait until Christmas Day. And it's not even going to be Christmas Day that I can use it, because again, going over to my sister's. So, but December 26th, guess who's having some toast? This girl. Anyway, so yes, I am excited about receiving, but I'm also super excited about giving. I hope that everybody loves what I got them. I think they will. I think people will be happy with what I got them. It's always fun watching people open their gifts and just seeing, the excitement. And especially the boys, the nephews. It's the younger, they are. Actually, although my mom is really fun to watch open gifts because she squeals. Like we tease her. That's what she does. And actually, I get that from her. I do that, not necessarily with everything, but I will squeal sometimes with things. But yeah, she'll open something and go, and we love it. It's wonderful. So yeah, watching my mom open gifts, always a treat. So that's something to look forward to tomorrow. Good food, good company. Wonderful. So, all right. Now for real, that's it. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Happy Saturday if you don't celebrate anything. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Pray that you and yours are doing well. Pray for everyone who might be experiencing power outages because we are having some winds and cold weather in various places around the U.S. anyway. So praying for everybody. Your power is on. You have heat. You have everything you need, food you need. Pray for workers who are working to restore power also. Everybody who has to work at this time. Just in general, prayers for all people. And so thankful for Jesus Christ, the reason for the season, who came down to earth for us to save us. Amazing. Such a miracle. So that's what I am thankful for mostly this Christmas. And I'm thankful for all of you, for all of my family and friends. Thank you for joining me on these vlogs, on this journey this year, kind of expanding what I'm doing on YouTube. It's been really fun. I hope you enjoyed them as well. Talk more about that next week in my year recap and year to come 2023. And until that time, bye.